Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to English XYZ. I'm your host, and today I'm going to share with you something truly powerful, something simple, something that can completely change the way you speak English if you do it every single day. And yes, it only takes 10 minutes a day. That's right, just 10 minutes. You might think 10 minutes is too short to make any real difference, but let me tell you, this is not about the length of time. It's about consistency, focus, and the way you use these 10 minutes. 10 minutes every single day, done correctly, can skyrocket your fluency, make your speech more natural, and give you the confidence to speak English freely, without hesitation or fear of making mistakes. Today, I'm going to guide you step by step, from the very reason this works, to the exact steps you need to follow, and I'll also share some of the most common mistakes learners make and how to avoid them. By the time you finish this video, you will have a clear roadmap, a practical routine that you can start immediately, and a motivation that will push you to keep going every single day. So, let's dive in. First, let's talk about why just 10 minutes a day can make such a huge difference. Most people imagine that improving English requires hours of study, big textbooks, long grammar lessons, or expensive courses. But here's the truth. Your brain doesn't learn language like a math formula or a history fact. Language is learned through regular exposure and active use, not through passive memorization. Imagine your brain as a muscle. If you want to strengthen your muscles, you don't do one heavy workout per month. You train every day, a little at a time. The same applies to English. 10 minutes a day, consistently, is like giving your brain a daily workout. It stays active in English, it starts recognizing patterns automatically, it begins connecting words and ideas faster, and it gradually builds your speaking confidence. Even if it feels small, in 1 month, 10 minutes a day adds up to 300 minutes of focused practice. That's 5 hours of real English practice. 5 hours of dedicated brain training that can completely change the way you think and speak. And the best part? You don't need a classroom, you don't need a teacher, and you don't need expensive courses. You can do this anywhere, at home, in your car, at a park, while waiting in line, or even during your lunch break. The location doesn't matter. What matters is that you subdue it every day. Now, let's talk about the goal of this practice. Many learners focus too much on knowing English. They want to understand grammar perfectly. They want to memorize hundreds of new words. They want to be able to pass exams or get certificates. But fluency is not about knowing. Fluency is about doing, feeling, and thinking in English naturally. The goal of this 10-minute daily routine is to make English automatic, to make speaking feel as easy as breathing, and to help you stop translating in your head. You want to reach the point where English is not something you study. It's something you live, experience, and use every day. Now, I'm going to break down the 10-minute routine into 5 simple steps. Each step takes about 2 minutes. You can do them together in order, or adapt them to your style. The most important thing is daily repetition. Step 1. Listening. Spend the first 2 minutes listening to something in English. Choose something simple. It can be a podcast, a YouTube video, a short dialogue, or even a sentence from a book read aloud. The key is to choose content that you understand about 80%. Don't worry if you don't catch every word. Don't translate in your mind. Instead, focus on the sound, rhythm, intonation, and connection between words. Your brain is like a sponge. It absorbs patterns and sounds more efficiently than individual words or grammar rules. A pro tip: use the same audio for 1 week. Repetition trains your brain faster than constantly looking for new material. Your brain needs familiarity to build confidence. Step 2. Speaking out loud. Now it's time to activate your voice. Spend 2 minutes repeating phrases, sentences, or ideas from the audio you just listened to. Copy the pronunciation, the pace, and the melody. Don't worry if it feels strange. Speaking English is a physical skill. Like playing an instrument or learning to ride a bike, your mouth and tongue need to practice the movements of English sounds. Don't focus on mistakes or perfect grammar. Focus on repetition, muscle memory, and rhythm. Over time, your speaking will become smoother and words will flow naturally. Remember, fluency comes from action, not perfection. Step 3. Personalization. Take 2 minutes to turn what you've just said into something about your own life. For example, if the audio says, "I usually wake up early," personalize it by saying, "I usually wake up at 7 a.m." or "I don't usually wake up early on weekends." This step connects English with your personal life. When language becomes personal, your brain stores it better, and you'll recall it naturally when speaking in real situations. Personalization is key to moving from passive knowledge to active skill. Step 4. Free speaking. Now it's time to spend 2 minutes talking freely, without reading or copying. Speak about your day, your plans, your observations, or even your thoughts. The topic doesn't matter. What matters is continuous speaking for 2 minutes. Without stopping. At first, it may be slow and you may struggle to find words, and that's perfectly fine. The goal is not speed, but flow. Over time, you'll notice your words come faster, your sentences become more natural, and you'll start thinking in English rather than translating from your native language. Step 5. Reflection. Spend the last 2 minutes reflecting on your practice. Which phrases were easy? Which words were difficult? Did you notice mistakes? This reflection helps your brain organize, reinforce, and consolidate what you just learned. It prepares you for the next day, ensuring that every 10-minute session builds on the previous one. This reflection is like a mini review, but it's active thinking, not just passive memorization. Now you might wonder, can just 10 minutes really improve my English? The answer is absolutely yes. Here's why. First, repetition builds confidence. Your brain loves patterns. When you repeat sentences and phrases every day, they become automatic, and confidence naturally grows. Second, consistency builds memory. Short daily practice helps your brain store information in long-term memory better than long, infrequent sessions. Third, daily speaking builds fluency. Even 2 minutes of free speaking each day trains your brain to think and talk simultaneously. Fourth, personalization builds connection. When you tie English to your own life, your brain remembers it, and it becomes natural to speak. Fluency is not about talent or intelligence. It's about practice, regularity, and connection. Let's also talk about 3 common mistakes learners make and how to avoid them. Mistake number 1, skipping days. Many learners practice for a few days, then stop for a week or 2, thinking they will catch up later. But fluency is like a fire. If you stop feeding it, it dims. The solution is simple. Even if you're busy, do 5 minutes. Something is always better than nothing. Mistake number 2, wanting perfection. Many learners wait until they feel ready or until their grammar is perfect before speaking. But perfection is the enemy of fluency. Focus on progress, not perfection. Every word you speak builds confidence and skill. Mistake number 3, boring practice. If your practice feels dull, your brain will not retain it. The solution: choose topics that excite you, your hobbies, dreams, or goals. Make English personal and fun. Enjoy the process, and your brain will love learning. Now imagine this. If you do this 10-minute routine every day for 1 week, you'll feel the difference. Your words will feel easier. Your sentences will start to form naturally. After 1 month, your friends, colleagues, and even family will notice the change. After 6 months, your fluency will explode. Speaking English will feel natural, automatic, and effortless. And remember, fluency is not built in classrooms or expensive courses. It is built in small, daily moments. in your kitchen, on a walk, in the car, during breaks, or even while brushing your teeth. 10 minutes a day is all it takes. Listen, speak, personalize, talk freely, reflect, repeat this every day. It's simple, it's effective, and it's life-changing. So, my friends, the secret is not a magical app, not a complicated rule, not a perfect textbook. The secret is consistency, practice, and personal connection. 10 minutes, every single day, focused and intentional, can transform your English, your confidence, and your life. Start today. Set a timer. Begin your 10-minute routine. And remember, every day you practice, you're not just learning English, you're building a skill that will last a lifetime. Thank you for joining me today on English Speaking Way. Keep learning, keep speaking, keep believing, and most importantly, start your 10 minutes today. See you in the next video.